Good morning here. Good morning, good morning. How long to preach a sermon? Is it a question maybe everyone would like to ask? How long should you preach a sermon? All right? Now, there is no easy answer to that one. It depends on a lot of factors. Now, this author, Sherman Cox, in soulpreaching.com, is giving us some ideas. He's the director of Soul Preaching. He holds MA in Divinity, the emphasis in homiletics and MS in computer science. And so we let us get some of his points and let's react to it and confirm whether it's true or not. He says that you should have one central point. If you have one central point there and everything else must be related to it, and you will see people would like that one. It's easy to memorize, it's easy to hold their attention, and it's easy for them to, at the end of the sermon, it's easy for them to think, oh, there is one point. I don't know if you agree with me that I find it many times also having one central point is easy to preach, easy for them to remember the point, and at the end of the day, when it is clear to them, and after the sermon, they would just say, "Thank you so much, Pastor. I'm blessed with the sermon." One central point, very important. I've been preaching many, many times now, maybe more than 1,000 times. Well, one central point actually is very important. Now, if preachers would have one major point and relate everything to that main point, then there would be little problem with time. You see, time is not the issue there, and so this would be one main point. Now, the second point here is hold their interest. Are you able to hold their interest? You might be thinking that, oh, Doug Bachelor preaches for 1 hour, but you're not Doug Bachelor, right? Or maybe you like to think that even these other preachers, preach for maybe more than 1 hour. Well, some can do that because they can hold interest. Even have you seen Billy Graham preach for more than an hour? You don't see that. Maybe I'm wrong, but most of his videos on YouTube, he just preached for about 30 minutes. Now the point there is holding interest. It's not much again on the length of time. Although it does have some effects sometime. So you have to recognize your ability to hold your audience. Okay? If you are able to hold audience for a longer period of time, then you recognize that one. Then you can preach longer. You can preach longer. Now, another point in here is that the author Sherman is very good in here. You have some mini celebrations in your preaching. Now, keep your people engaged in it because that one will give you some kind of a break, or from time to time, instead of losing their interest, you have the mini celebration in between, and that will really hold their interests, and that affects you the preach. Now, in case you really want to know how long, well, this author is forced to give about 25 to 35 minutes despite all the other points. Now, I would say, in my idea, in my experience also, if you're new to the congregation, it is better to preach only 25 to 35 minutes because you don't know them yet, and you don't know each other. They don't know you. They don't know your level of preaching, your ability to hold interest, and all these things. And if you want to be remembered and you'll be invited again for the next time, it's better to preach just only this long. 25 to 35 minutes. But if then you're able to preach longer and able to hold interest, then the time is not the issue, even if it does many times for many reasons. Generally, I believe 25 to 35 minutes is okay. Now, beyond that, even if your sermon is very interesting, I think people will have different reactions. Some like to be held for more than an hour, and some don't like, because in this age now of technology and the fast-paced kind of life, they want shorter kind of sermon. All right, and so just in case you want to react, just give me your reaction here. There's a piece of advice by Sherman in here. If half of your congregation is asleep, then shorten your sermons. Very, very wise piece of advice. And so I want your reactions. You can react to it, subscribe to it, or even give me your comments below. Well, I'm not making this presentation perfect because my idea here is just to give you the idea. I'm even doing this while I am walking here in the heat of the sun just to get the vitamin D. And that is my point in here, not to make this video perfect. And so if you like it, then subscribe and like it. And just for the next video, you can just react there down. Pastor Roll here. I'm having here my time with God while walking. God bless. Have a good day.